welcome back to my channel. It's Meow-Meow's cooking show. We're gonna make little tiny mini pies. We got new gadget, guys. They're from Dash. You know we love the Dash company. Look, get out of the way, Spice. Well, guys, hello and welcome back. We have from Dash the mini pie maker. We've had this for a while and I just haven't had the opportunity to try it out on my channel. We're going to do that as soon as we move cats and clean up the counter, because we are not going to have cat germies on our counter when we're cooking. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I've washed the counter and I've removed the cats to the room because, you know, there have been comments about the cats, and I understand it is gross, but you know what people don't see is in between I actually clean the surface and all of that with Clorox wipes and then wash it with water so then we don't get Clorox in our food. But all they see is the cats at the beginning of the video, so that we don't have a cat jump up, because sometimes that has happened during the video. I did remove him and I got bit by Meow-Meow, who is the chef and does not appreciate not being out here to supervise. So anyways, here is the Dash mini pie maker. Eat good, feel good, it says. And inside it says, great choice. Get to know your maker. I know my maker. Do you know your maker? Alright. Hello, foodie. And this has double your warranty and stuff. So you've got to check this out. There is a thing. Plastic. It is a black plastic ring. It says pie top and pie base. See?
It's a dough cutter.
Dough cutter. And then it looks like this inside.
And so you have the top crust and the bottom crust the exact size for the machine.
That must be what that's for, which, you know, we have to wash it. Inside of this little envelope thing is always our cookbook. Dash, you know, does it up right, and then your book doesn't get damaged. I really like that. And it also keeps it nice, you know, when you're not using it. I always put them back inside. So in here, of course, is going to tell you all about, you know, the important safeguards and the parts and features and how to use it, and cleaning and maintenance, and then tips and tricks and recipes, and then it's going to give you your customer support and stuff. So let's check it out. Here, you can make sweet or savory pies, of course. They have mushrooms on that one. That's not something I can have. Look how pretty the pies are. Can you see them? Ugh. Let's see. Before using your maker, blah, blah, blah. I will read that and do all those things off camera. But it does show you how to, they show a white cutter. They show all your pieces and parts and how to use the machine. So, we'll read that off camera. And then it shows it's supposed to look like this bottom one when it's done. Let's see. What kind of recipes did they give us? Cleaning, maintenance. Haha, recipes. Oh, look at this one, guys. Now, let's see if I can make something that looks like that one. You think? Sorry for the glare. Alright, so they give you cherry pie recipe. They give you raspberry lemon tarts and blueberry pie, apple pie, spinach and feta pie, chicken pot pie, and breakfast pie. That sounds good. So anyways, we are actually, just to test out the machine, we're actually going to cheat and use a boxed crust. And we are going to use cherry pie filling and peach pie filling, just in the interest of time for the video and just to check it out. So let's get it in the little machine out and see what that's looking like. The plastic came off and the maker stayed inside. Set that aside. Well, here, look how little, guys. Look, I mean, I have tiny baby hands. And it's got, let me get around here. Look, it's got your, like your stuff to crimp it together and have that pie crust design. Got a nice dome here. Nice deep well, I mean, over 1 inch deep there. Plus, you know, the distance, whatever this dome is. So we're talking, you know, a good 3 or 4 inches probably. So anyways, I gotta clean this up and read the instructions, and I'll be right back in a moment. Alright guys, so the pie base side of the cutter has these, let me get up close enough, these plastic pieces in here to make cuts in the dough, so that when you, I don't know if you're seeing it, so that when you put it in there you can overlap those and you get the round shape, and it overlaps, and then the top is just the round part with no cuts. So we have already made our dough and rolled it out in the interest of time. So cut a couple pies worth here, hopefully. I'll show you what it's looking like. Alright, so the indicator light up here will go off when this is hot enough, but now we have plugged it in and it's heating up. But can you see the one, let me get this out of the way, see the one that has the grooves cut out for the, so that you can make the round pie, and then there's the top of those. We're going to be making 1 peach and 1 cherry, but then we'll finish it up and make the rest of the filling and pies off camera. So we'll be back in just a moment when this indicator light goes off and we're ready to assemble the pie in the maker. Alright guys, so we're back and the indicator light has turned off. So we are going to put one of our pie crusts down in here. I have a spatula that I sprayed some stuff on to hopefully keep it from sticking. Alright. So you press that down in there. So anyways, battery went dead as soon as I pressed this down in here, so hope that doesn't hurt anything. I'm using the wrong spoon. Alright, so now we have the cherry pie filling. With the lid still in it, Jonathan. Go this way, please. And so we're going to fill it up with the cherry filling. And put a lid on it. That bent over. Oh, I'm tearing it up. Big old spatula. Alright, put the lid on it. Sorry guys that you're hearing my air conditioning. It gets so hot in here and we're cooking dinner at the same time. So just, we're gonna push this, crimp this down. Hey, that's a little hot. Alright, I pushed it down more because I think I got my top one just a little crooked. Sorry, I'm throwing utensils. Alright, well, we'll come back when it's done and see what it looks like. Alright guys, so I cooked this for 8 minutes. They say 3 to 5, but they also said a 1/3 cup of filling. I didn't measure. They also said to do the egg wash, which I forgot to do. So my crust is not as browned as it should be, and it's coming out a little bit around because I pushed down on the lid, and I shouldn't have. Let me just grab it out with my hands. Maybe. Maybe not. Hey now, lid. Work with me here. But there is your finished pie. As I said, if I would have done the, there was a little piece of dough that got left in there. If I would have done the egg wash, I think that it would have turned out prettier. But, you know, obviously it's cooked. We're going to let it cool a minute before we taste it because that will be really, really hot. Let's look at the bottom of it. I'm breaking it because I'm trying to turn it over. So, see, no soggy bottom. So, we'll be back in a few minutes when it cools down. Let me taste the crust though.
it after we eat our dinner.
Okay, it broke off. Alright, I'll be back in a moment and we'll check it out. Alright, so let's just go ahead and cut and taste the cherry one. And then, because the machine's heating back up, and then we will actually do the peach one with the egg wash and see what kind of a difference that makes. Now let me cut a baby wedge out of the baby pie and take a bite. I doubt that it affects the flavor, it just affects the look of the pie. That's good. I'm not as crazy about the canned cherries because it has that canned flavor. And the dough, yeah, it's okay, you know. It's pretty good, guys. And they're very quick.
I'm just gonna reach in here and snag this
John's
chunk over here.
Grabbing a bite.
I haven't quite finished my dinner.
Little hand pie. Those are good. Those really are good. As I said, I'm not crazy about this Clover Valley. I don't know where we got it. Cherries. It tastes a lot like canned.
Dollar General.
Dollar General, I guess.
Clover Valley is
So
Dollar
maybe
General brand.
this Ginger Evans peach will taste better. And that's the one we're going to try next. So I'm going to do a little egg wash on top and we'll see what the difference is. But our maker's still heating up. Alright guys, so I have the peach in and we used our basting brush and we put some wash on top of there. And we're just going to leave it cook for about 3 to 5 minutes or until it looks done. And we'll be back with you and we'll see if the pie looks any better with the wash on top than it did without. Okay guys, I don't think the wash helped a whole lot. I actually used melted butter because I didn't know, but my eggs had gone off, you know, a little bit. They out of date. I don't know. They may have still been good. They may not have been good. They've been expired for a few days, so I wasn't going to chance it. I'd rather have it not look as pretty than have it make us sick. So anyways, here we go. Here's the peach one. I'm not sure. It might be a little more browned, but let's lift this one out of here and we'll test it and see if the better brand tastes less like canned. Again, this is Ginger Evans. I'm not sure where I bought this one at, but not sure. I think it might even save a lot, so whether or not it's a better brand is debatable, right? Well, I'm going to get another one in cooking. Well, that one cools enough that I don't burn myself when I go to taste it. And I'll be back with you in a moment. Oh, here's what it's looking like. So it's a little more brown than the first one, and then it is cooked through, and I just broke it. But anyways, we'll be back in a minute to try it out. Alright, so the next one is in. Sorry for the cherry mess there. When I pushed down on it when it was cooking, it oozed out because it does, the crust does rise a bit. Don't do that, it makes a mess. So anyways, I have for you to look at. So here was the cherry one. It stays inside really nicely. Here is the peach one. Tried to cut up the peaches a little bit. Let me cut a little baby wedge out of my baby pie. And see how it tastes. I'm doing something different on this other one, and that is I put a sprinkle of sugar on top because I really think it needs a little something. Okay. I give the Clover Valley cherry pie filling 2 meows. I give the Ginger Evans peach 4 meows. There's definitely less canned. You can barely detect the canned flavor in the peach. Where the cherry tastes very much like canned. Alright. But still, as I said, I really think it needs a little something. So, I sprinkled sugar on the top of the other one. Let's see what that does. Probably burns. Alright guys, so John's rolling out dough for some more. One of those boxes of Jiffy Pie crust mix easily makes 3 of these pies with a little dough left over. You could probably do it a little thinner even. You might be able to squeeze out a 4th pie, I'm not sure. So adding the sugar on top, watch out, 1 second Johnny. So adding the sugar on top did brown the top a bit without really burning the sugar. And I dropped the pie on the plate. So that looks nice. And we're going to taste it and see if it tastes better. It just needs a little something, and that is, you know, that's because I used a box mix instead of making pie dough from scratch and things like that. But it just needed a little help. So
now we will have another video.
Take a bite of it.
On making calzones.
Oh yeah, John made some really delicious calzones for dinner, and he will recreate that in a video at another time. Guys, this is an ice maker. If you can see it kind of off to the side, it was
a retail Rebel find.
Yes,
on Rebel. $5 day.
Turn it back this way, and it works really well, and it even was the right color. So it's an amazing find. It works. You have ice cubes in like 10 minutes, and it is a free, well, cheap cat babysitter. The cat loves to watch it make ice cubes. He just stands there, Bugatti, just watches it and watches it.
Sometimes he'll climb up on the back of it and sit there and stare down through the little window on the top.
Guys, the little sprinkle of, I put the butter on top and the little sprinkle of sugar, just granulated sugar on the top, made all the difference. So much. Hot. So much better. You could also sprinkle them with powdered sugar. That would help a lot. They just need a little something. Making your own crust and your own filling would also go a long way to improving the flavor. But let's talk about the maker. I give the maker 5 meows. It works quick. 5 minutes and you have a cooked pie. You can make different flavors for, you know, the different members of your family. Say Thanksgiving, and you know, Grandma likes apple and Grandpa likes cherry, and cousin John, or son John, prefers pumpkin, and somebody else would rather have blueberry. Right here, guys, you can make everybody individual pies, and you can do it a la mode style because you can serve it warm, and only be 5 minutes a person. And maybe even a little, you could maybe shave a little time off of that.
And there's also nothing saying you couldn't make them in this prior to the company's arrival.
Exactly.
And sit there and put your oven on its lowest setting and use it as a warmer to keep them warm until it's time for dessert to be served.
Possibly. As long as it doesn't, you know.
Most ovens do have a setting for just
yeah,
warm.
right about 100 degrees, something like that. So yeah, this is really cool, guys. 1 pie is too much for me. A half a pie is pushing it, but yeah, we just made 2 different kinds of pie in
about 10 minutes.
Yeah, in about 10 minutes. Well, about 15 because I made 3. So, anyways, guys. We're going to make some more off camera because we still have lots of stuff left. With that, please give me that big old thumbs up. You know, that really helps my channel. And please leave comments down below and let me know what you think of this little tiny maker. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to try it with chicken, you know, make chicken pot pie and things like that later. Maybe I'll make a video on that and see how it works with the savory application. Definitely going to try it with the egg and bacon type breakfast deal. With cheese and onions and stuff like that. Yeah, let me know what you think. And I will leave a link to where you can hopefully still buy these, hopefully, in the description. And please subscribe to my channel. And please share my video with others so maybe they might subscribe as well. That would really help my channel. And it would keep the kitty cats in treats. Thank you for watching and for listening to me babble. And I'm sorry for all the starting and stopping, but that's how these cooking videos kind of work if you don't want them to be an hour long. So, anyways, bye guys. See you soon in another video.